Hi, I'm Uno Brinnen. I'm working for Billerrudkorsnas as Senior Vice President in Forestry, and I'm driving this Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV since December last year. Been driving for almost 30,000 kilometers now. So I've been spending some hours in this car. Really nice experience. Prior to this, I had two Toyota Prius, also nice cars, but this one is, since I'm working in forest environment sometimes, this is more usable for me, because it's four-wheel drive, it's quite high, so you don't get stuck by stones or so in the forest roads. And even up when you have steep roads, it's no problem in getting up, even in winter condition. It's really nice, and it's safe too. When you drive very much as I do, it's nice to have a big car when you sit high and you have very good comfort. So, and if you should happen to be in an accident with wildlife like moose, this one is big enough for taking up negative impact that you can have if you crash with a moose. So it's a really good car. It's a plug-in hybrid. It's electrical engines on all four wheels. There's a gasoline engine in that charges the battery, but it can also serve in driving the front wheels. So, but that it does automatically. Up to 50 kilometers I can drive at a speed of 110 kilometers an hour at maximum with a battery drive. So, but most often in Swedish conditions, winter temperatures and so on, it's 28 to 32 kilometers something on batteries fully loaded, and then you go into gasoline. Yeah. Sometimes of the year I have very long drives, 500 kilometers and so on. And then of course the proportion of driving on batteries is very small. But sometimes I drive only in the city where I live, or in Stockholm, and then it can be 80% of the time with batteries. So, but it varies a lot. I will not meet what you call it, driving circle, according to official figures, 0.19 liters per 10 kilometers. We don't reach that, because I drive too far distant journeys, so it will be a bigger proportion of gasoline. But nevertheless, it's a very low fuel consumption taken into consideration. It's a very big car. Yeah. I charge it when I'm at home or at office through the net. So I had a 220 volt ordinary plug in the wall. There are quite sparsely, but some quick charging stations where I can charge in 20 minutes. I can charge 80% of the battery, so that is for 40 kilometers drive. But I have such one along my road to my summer house in the mountains, and I stay there and wait 20 minutes, and I get 40 extra kilometers. So that's really nice. Yeah. But in ordinary net connection, it's 5-hour charging time. So that's a typical night or office time when then you have fully charged again. This one is equipped with cruise control. And it's adaptive, so for instance, if I put now the speed to 95 kilometers an hour, it will go to 95 kilometers an hour. And now when I approach this car ahead, it will discover, okay, there's a car ahead, and it takes down the speed, keeps the distance. So when driving in lines in cities and so on, it's really convenient for you. And it's safe too, because it's a radar system that controls the distance to the car. So that one I really like. I spend a lot of time looking at in Swedish forest roads on the side of the road, because there can be animals coming up, and it's better to look at that than on the cars prior to you. So the system is really helpful. There are controls for down here for, of course, it's an automatic gearbox, so you just put in drive and you drive and it changes gears. But I can push down this button, charge, when I want it to charge the battery from the gasoline engine. Otherwise it doesn't charge it. charges only in an ordinary drive when you are pushing the brakes, or if you are driving downhill, so you get energy from the wheels going into the battery as charging power. I have a remote control also for the charging, so I can see in my iPhone the charging status. Many talks about the environmental impact. What does it really mean? And I think now this is quite early stage, and I'm maybe a bit or very technique interested, but I think it's a good thing to when I have the possibility to take such technology into operation. I can be a kind of a forerunner, and also allowing these producers like Mitsubishi and others to develop this technology further. Because I think even with this one I can go 50 kilometers, but coming generation of batteries are have double density in the batteries, so you can go 100 kilometers with that one. And I mean, it's not too far away when we can have electrical vehicles totally and take away the gasoline and diesel. And I see my role as a forerunner since I have the possibility, and I'm interested in it. So it was 6-month delivery time, but I was among the first to have this car in Sweden, and it was worth waiting. It have fulfilled all what I have expected from it. So continue with this, and I'm sure all the other will come into this technology too, not only Mitsubishi's or Nissan Leafs or what have you. I think all the others will come into it. So fossil energy is not to be used in this kind of ordinary car driving, I think, in future. It's better with electric.